Ashma, thanks very much for bringing us those details, and we'll keep coming back to you for more updates. Now, moving on, Venture Catalyst backed 9 unicorns, or rather, actually, we've already told you about that. We'll move on to our next, hot seat that we have today, and that is Amazon Propel, which has announced the launch of its 4th season of Propel, a global business accelerator for startups in the consumer product space. This is going to support the launch of up to 50 startups in international markets. Amazon Samba Venture Fund, Peak 15 Partners, Fireside Ventures, DSG Consumer Partners are some of the private equity and VC partners that are going to support this program. So joining us for what is expected from Propel Season 4 is Bhupen Vakankar, the Director of Global Trade at Amazon India, and also with me is my colleague Arundhati Ramanan. Bhupen, thanks very much for your time here on CNBC-TV18. Propel now in its 4th season. Give us a sense of, what you've done so far with the 70-odd startups you've supported, and what is expected from this 4th season.
First of all, thank you all for inviting us. I'm very happy to speak about the Propel Accelerator. As you just said, we are getting into the 4th season. It has been a tremendous journey for us. As many of our viewers already know, Amazon Global Selling is Amazon's export program where we take brands from India and enable them to list on Amazon.com, Amazon.uk, and all the other 18 marketplaces that we have in the world, right? Now, while that program is broad brush and supports businesses of all sizes and is about 8 years old, in 2021, we realized that there are certain unique needs that very young startups, very early stage startups need in terms of support to be successful globally very quickly. And that was the genesis of the 1st season of the Propel Accelerator in 2021. We started with a very small cohort, only about 10 brands. And then each year we've been scaling up the cohort size. So in season 4, we announced the kickoff of that today. We will look at launching about 50 brands out of India onto these global marketplaces and help them not just with sort of the launch support in terms of listing and so on, but also all aspects of Amazon tools, whether it is market intelligence, whether it is cross-border logistics, cross-border payments, and so on and so forth. We'll have dedicated account management support, logistics support for the brands, and then guide them through the full 6-month journey of various Amazon events that happen during the course of Q3 and Q4. As our viewers are probably aware, we do the Prime Day in July, and then we get into the holiday season with the Halloween sale, with the Thanksgiving sale, Christmas sale, and so on. So this is a very unique opportunity for these brands to get on an accelerated path for global launch.
All right. Hi, Bhupen. Arundhati here. So, as you mentioned, you've told us how this has sort of, grown over the years. So you're going to shortlist about 50 startups from the top 250 applicants, and you're going to provide grants to the top 3 winners. So what kind of support will these startups get from the program? Like, talk us through how from capital to mentorship, what it is that you will give these companies.
Yes, and I think in some spirit, the award in itself is sort of just only one element of the program, right? Yes, there's $100,000 in equity-free grants that Amazon provides and about $1.5 million in AWS credits. But that's only just a very small part of the puzzle. What we want here in season 4, what we've learned from season 3 and what works really well is the whole package of the ecosystem coming together. For example, we have leaders from Amazon providing mentorship to these brands. We have specific Amazon experts who teach and learn lessons in terms of how to use brand analytics and tools that are available for brands on our Seller Central website. We have leaders from the VC community who will come and talk about what does it mean to scale a startup? How do you get organized better? How do you recruit better? How do you set goals for your organization better? How do you raise funding? What are the parameters to look for when you're looking at product market fit? We will also have Propel alums who sort of have been through this journey, be part of a mentorship circle for these new brands. So all in all, it's a very holistic, ecosystem-driven approach where Amazon experts, VCs, other brands who've been successful on Amazon Global Selling will encourage these brands to grow their businesses globally.
Well, Bhupen, you've outlined how you're going to help them, but before you get to that stage, how are you going to shortlist these 50 startups? What are some of the key requirements or the markers that you're going to be looking for when you identify, the final 50?
So great question. And in fact, we're really encouraging startups from all parts of the country to join us. Last year, we had over 1,000 applications from over 100 cities in India. We are very, very encouraged by that. So this is program for startups of any size and scale and from any player in the country. What we are looking at is people who are looking to prioritize expansion in global markets and who are looking to invest their time and energy in understanding what customers in global markets want and specifically prioritize exports as part of their growth story. So that's the number one criteria. There is no real other criteria on what categories you're playing with. Are you already launched somewhere? Are you just beginning, or have you already had a 1-year runway? There's no other limitation like that. We just want people who have global expansion as their priority.
Right. And you're saying people as global expansion with their priority. We've got 30 seconds left. If you could quickly give us a couple of examples of past success stories from the previous 3 cohorts and how the program helped them break entry barriers to global markets.
Yes, fantastic. We've actually just announced in February the end of season 3. We had 3 winners: Avini Herbal, Perfora, and Mirana Toys, and there are a few other brands who have done remarkably well. Butterfly EduFills, which is a STEM toy startup; Confect, which is a confectionery decorative item startup. There are many of these brands that are coming up in the consumable space, in the toy space, in the apparel space, that we are quite excited that we are able to support as part of the Accelerator program.
All right, Bhupen, we're completely out of time on the show, but thank you so much for joining us on this show, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you.